Hello and welcome back to my channel. Do you struggle with masculine cards? I really do. I have tons of beautiful florals and I can make very feminine cards. But for my brother-in-law, my uncles, my nephews, um, male friends of the family, I really struggle with a card. So today I'm going to show you this featuring what I believe they call color blocking. I just love this. So we're going to make this card. See the wonderful little balloon on the inside as well. And it definitely works for uh, a masculine birthday or any other kind of celebration. So let me show you real quick the stamp sets and dies that we're going to use today. So from Spellbinders and Simon Hurley, they collaborated in these cutting dies, and you've got 3 different types of balloons, little streamers, and the balloon strings. I went ahead and pre-cut out the balloons that we're going to use, and I have the little streamers over here that I already pre-cut out. Very, very delicate. And I think, oh, nope, there it is. And on the inside from Alta New, I love these Mini Delight stamps that they're just so fun. This is, oops, I had that upside down. We're going to do this star and we're going to draw the string on the inside. And then the happy birthday sentiment is from Alta New, the Plants and Vases set. I love this little script and it is perfect right here in the little corner. But in the meantime, I had some leftover Stampin' Up! Cardstock in my stash that I'm trying to use and basically just use up and get out of my stash so I can replace it with other cardstock. Since I'm no longer Stampin' Up! Demonstrator, but I didn't want it to go to waste. So I'm going to play a little video. I already made this and I've got a little video of how I put it together. So hang on. So I've got some 6-inch, I believe this is 6-inch, 5-inch, my mistake, 5-inch double-sided tape. I use this in my interactive scrapbooks, but I also use it in card making. So I just take a regular A2 size piece of cardstock and line it up as best I can with one side and use my box cutter carefully. I am on a self-healing cutting mat. Just cut that down, pull that out, put this aside because we don't need it anymore. And then I just trim down the sides. Just be very careful when you're cutting that you keep your fingers out of the path. And cut down this edge. And there you are. Okay, then grab my Teflon bone folder. I'm just going to burnish this on the back just to make sure that's really stuck down. And take my little pokey tool, peel it up. I think I'm going to peel it up. There we are. Just like that. And then I just start placing the strips. I'm going to do them as a diagonal, and then I'm overlaying the side down here at the bottom, and then I'll trim these as I go along off the edge. Just going to line them up, and I'm just alternating the colors. This is leftover cardstock from Stampin' Up! That I had in my stash. I don't remember what the names of these colors are, so I can't list them below because I honestly don't remember, and I didn't keep the color charts when I stopped being a demonstrator. Nothing against Stampin' Up! It's just I moved on to a different phase in my card making and crafting career. Oops, that didn't quite get off the edge, which is fine because I'm going to die cut out of this in a moment after I get them all laid out. There. Make sure I get that down. Strips might not be long enough, but that's okay. Getting the best coverage for the length of strips I have here. This is a really cool color combination. We had friends who lost their dog, and sticking to that, I used this in the sympathy card we sent. I felt so bad for them. I know what it's like to lose an animal. We've lost cats over the years. We have 2 currently. Didn't get that. Oh, hopefully my head wasn't in the way. Yeah, strips are definitely not long enough, but that's okay. For what we're going to do, we're getting this covered just fine. Oops, and I just dropped that right onto the adhesive. So we're going to, there, just like that. Almost done. This actually goes together pretty quickly. There we go. Oops, that one's cut. And it's spliced. Let me rephrase that. Last couple of strips. Just enough. Look at that. Then just burnishing that down a little. Okay, get my big scissors out and just trim that off. Don't trim the white. It can be a rough cut. Doesn't have to be perfect. Because like I said, we're gonna cut this up in our next step. And there you go. We just won't use this piece down there since I didn't cut my strips long enough, but it's long enough for what we're using it for. So, matching colors between companies. I did some testing of some blending brushes because I want to color these balloons that I die cut out, and the closest I could come is the Pool. I have Alta New inks and some Ranger. The Pool and Forest Fern were the closest I could come to the Stampin' Up! Colors. And I've already gone ahead and cut a 1/2 inch by 4 inch. And I'll have all the dimensions down below in the description. In fact, let me write myself a little note. card dimensions in Descript. So I'm just going to use my blending foam. I'm old school and I like the foam. I do have some brushes. So I'm going to load up the forest fern and we're just going to do the edges of this little guy. Want to get him nice and dark on the edges. And then this, make sure you're in shot. Oh, I wanted it a little lighter, but that's okay. Every card's unique. So we're done with the forest fern. Get that out of the way, sealed up. And over to pool. Oh, I should have got my little silicone mats out that keep the ink pads from scooting around on me. See? It was moving. It shouldn't have been. So I wanted to get these all inked up and drying so we can get one of the other items done. So let me go ahead and close that up. Move those over and I'm done with that. Let me bring in a little bit closer. Let's see how zoom. Oh, you're really zoomed in on that one. So move this up just a tad. So next step, interior. So I'm going to go ahead and get these things taped down. Then we'll get that little balloon on the inside. And as I said, cats, because there's a Sheena hair. Oops, does not want to roll. And I will have down below, I probably said it already, a list of the items that I use in the video. Some of it's affiliate links and some of it's not. So if you click a link and it's one of my affiliates, I do appreciate the support. It's no cost to you. Let me get that all stamped up. There. And then, oh, I needed the pool still. Perfect. Try not to get my head in shot, but it's hard to line these up when you're not over it. Oh, that's perfect. Get that closed up again. And micron pen. Just gonna draw my little streamer tail. So that's for the inside. And then on the outside, let's get our little happy birthday. Make sure that's gonna stamp properly. Just over here in the corner. And let's glue our balloons together. This would be easy peasy. Oh, I have ink on my hand. I'm getting all inky. I just want to make sure I don't get ink somewhere where it's not where it's not supposed to be. Perfect. And I love this little fine tip glue bottle. I believe I got it at Amazon. There we go. Just like that. Now I have glue on my hand. I'm having a struggle tonight. This is the second time I've recorded this video. I'm going to go ahead and close that up. And the reason for that is my microphone decided it did not want to work. And I'm just putting a little bit of tape on just one side so that I can overlap these just like that. And then on the back side, I'm going to use up my Stampin' Up! Dimensionals. And I'm putting a dimensional down by the balloon where you blow up the balloon, because I'm going to attach those little streamers in just a moment. That way I don't have to mess with glue. So let's take the backs off of those. And before I turn it over and attach it to my card, I'm taking my little streamers. I'm just going to attach it to that, just like that. And just like that. And on my front, see how that is? That's just like that. And I'm going to angle them up here just like that. Oops, I should have attached this to my card base first. Like I said, I'm doing this at, what time is it? It is midnight, and I'm recording this video. I had this recorded earlier, and like I said, my microphone just decided to, oops, guess I'm using glue. I don't have time to go get more of my tape runner out, so we will just glue this puppy down. Perfect, and let's get the inside in since we're on to glue. And then our last piece will be our color blocking, which just adds a whole lot more pop of color. So let me glue this up. Oh, we have one more step. We have our bling. So one of the things I have discovered I love, let me get this down and then I'll tell you what I love. So for years, all of my bling was self-adhesive backed. And then I discovered lots of the companies have these loose sequins and pearls, and I love these because you put them in a little tray like this, and I'm going to get you really close so you can see what I'm doing. Come on, it's not there. There we go. So all I'm doing is I'm taking my little fine-tooth glue bottle and I'm putting a little dollop of glue. Clean it off. A little dollop of glue and you really don't need a lot, so be careful with how much you put. And then I have, this is the greatest tool. It's from scrapbook.com. And on one end, it's got this little wax tip, and all I do is rub it around and warm that tip up. Don't press too hard because you'll break this. I had it and was using it for the first time, and I literally broke the tip. So once it's warmed up, because it's waxy, you're able to pick up your little sequins. Oop, that guy's upside down. I want to make sure the concave goes the right way. And how about a little guy? There we go. Put a little guy down here. These things are, this is the greatest invention in the world. Look at that. And bingo, They are where you want them. Isn't that a fun card? I just love that sparkle, and this it just adds a whole new dimension and fun little balloon on the inside. So thanks so much for joining me. I do appreciate your time. And then this little tray. Okay, I'm all over the place tonight. You just pop it all right back in. Just like that, and it's sealed. I love these things. So thanks again for joining me. I appreciate your time, and I will see you next time. Happy stamping.